Hey Kelly, well, guess what? I got this to sleep in tonight by Travel Bird. Tara's at home. Yeah, and guess what? Dog gets to have my bloody bed. Absolutely unreal. Yeah, look at her, you're lapping it up. Yeah, she gets to cuddle the pooch tonight. I haven't even mic'd her up. King of the nomads, and I've got to sleep in a bloody hammock. But apparently, it's multi-transformation, quick setup and disassemble, all weather. Well, as you know, apparently because we're in Wales at the moment, we're meant to be getting lots of snow. Yeah. Yeah, Tara's just said maybe, but it's all weather, so I'm going to be in the hammock in all weather. Ultralight, yeah, it's ultralight. 1.5 kilos. So I was like quite impressed with that, and I had it on my bag coming up the mountains and that, and it didn't feel too much pressure. I had it on the top, obviously keep the heavier stuff at the top, but it's got a double layer design and protection from mosquitoes. Yeah, there's no mosquitoes this time of year, although we have seen them. They're like becoming earlier and earlier. So I got to set this up, that tree there to that tree there, or this tree here and that tree there. But because Tara's in the tent and I'm in a hammock, I've got to kind of sleep on my back. So it's going to be a lot of snoring, and I don't know whether I should be close to home or further away. I'm really not sure of how to do this. Tara's kind of looking at me going, yeah, further away the better. Yeah.
I'll just say that the closer he is, the more chance of me of notifying him that he's making a noise. The further away he is, the less I have to worry about notifying him that he's making a noise.
Yeah. So typically, what I'd do if I had a hammock and I was a solo camper, much like some of you guys out there, is I would find water. And as long as there's a stream next to me, I wouldn't advocate staying on the floor because the ground gets cold. But if I had a stream next to me, what happens with that is essentially, because you're on your back snoring, the sound of the stream or the waterfall or anything like that is going to mask the right. But I just got to figure out where to set this up. I've slept in a hammock a couple of times. I mean, years ago I slept in a hammock, and well, let's have a look at this. We've got like a basic kind of setup there. It's called a sky nest. Well pleased about that. So you can have it as a hammock. You can just have the tarp. Oh, look at that! They've got the A-frame tarp. Lots of poles. We haven't got a tarp on this time. Or you can have it as a tent. So I don't know how that works, but it looks pretty cool. So I tried it out yesterday, I think it was, after doing the night vision goggles video, and I thought, okay, cool. We've left the night vision goggles at a friend of ours. The winner will be announced at the end or in the middle of this video, so stay tuned for that. You guys have been absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so I'm just going to see if I can set this up. See how it goes. Got some fancy looking tent pegs. A bit like our green ones for the Untigris. Not too bad. But it's got, how many has it got? Got six of them. Oh, I have noticed a little bit of stitching on the bag has come loose here. But, I mean, these guys, the Skynest people, they actually started a Kickstarter, and they managed to raise like, I think it was about £180,000 for their Kickstarter. And when they sent us an email, I was like, well, having a look at that, how much more can an innovative sort of hammock actually be? So they sent it. So we've got like a snow cover here on the bottom, and another doodah, And then you've got like hammock straps, another hammock strap. As you can see, look, they haven't even been tried and tested yet. So yeah, it's, oh shit. Pick up the crap. Right, so I've had straps like these before, although that's a anyway, it's pretty strong, I think. Right, okay, so that's our first bit. Do that, and then open this bit. And pull it all out. Oh, that looks a bit. I'm just having a look at. Is that? Anyone that knows climbing, you're not using that to sleep in. Ah, got it. There we go. The proper one. I think 12 km means 1.2 tonne. I'm not 100% sure on that, but there's a lot of weight on that. And then I'm going to go to this tree with the other strap. I mean, the instructions say, you know, like do it at a certain height and this and that. Yeah, I'll do it at my own height. Not only that, is I want to make sure that when I put the hammock in, that I'm not going to be trying to overstretch to the next noggin on here. Yeah, it's got I was just asked if it's got noggins on, and I'm like, yeah, but that's like, it's quite a stretch just to get it onto that one. I mean, anyone that hammock camps, let me know, because I haven't got a blooming clue. But I think that's it. Am I going to have my arse on the floor? Tara's just said probably. Yeah, I'm going to have my bum on the floor. So when you've got a tarp up, like, how do you guys tighten it and lengthen it and shorten it? Because I can feel a plumb line through here. So I'm like, am I pulling, there's like a little thing in here. And there's a bit of paracord. And I'm wondering if, because that's real tight. And I'm wondering if I loosen that off, would I get the extra give on this side?
Work in progress.
Work in progress, as Tara's just said. Hopefully I haven't just pulled the whole bloody thing apart. See, now I've got some extra give. And where I was on this one just a minute ago, you see how much I struggled to put that one on there. Another one, another one, another one. So I should be alright if I push it to that one. Now, is that still going to keep me off the floor? No, I think I'm going to have to go higher, I think. Bugger. That seems more reasonable. Because obviously I don't want to be getting into it and then my arse scraping on the floor. But I don't want to be too high for that cold air to run underneath.
I think an extra foot each side.
Yeah, Tara's suggesting an extra foot in height each side. I mean, yes, the instructions do say like 1.8 meters. I just thought I'd try and keep it low, just to keep that low profile and stop that cold air rushing underneath me. But yeah, I think she's right. I think you are right, babe. No. Right, now, it doesn't look straight, it looks more like that. Because I plan on not snoring too much. So if I can keep my head end a little bit higher, as not to slump down too much, I think this could be great. Let's try it out, eh? One thing I have noticed with this so far since getting it, they've got guy lines that poke into the little pockets here. You can pull them out, and they look they're elasticated as well. That's pretty damn awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, those of you that said bungees for the tarp, because this is a tarp and hammock all in one, they've done the guy line. Yeah, that's rigid guy line, and a bit of bungee. I'm wondering if the bit of bungee is for wrapping it around a tree, or just pegging it down so you get that bounce of the bungee maybe. So I finally got it up. It's all right. I mean, look at that. It looks quite cool. It closes off the sides as well, which is great. And then on the inside, you can see like inside the bed bit and everything else. So yes, I'll sleep inside this tonight. I've made a couple of customizations already just to keep that out. I don't know if that's what it's used for, but just to keep the bedspread out, so I'm not collapsing in on myself. But it could end up pulling when I get inside it, so that might be an issue. Although I think I'm supposed to peg that down, and that one there, cool, sky nest. It's a little bit different because I've got to have my bag on the centre zip and not on the side. That's that bit of paracord that I was going on about. So it goes all the way up through, and obviously I've got my drop bag hanging on here, so that's a bit of weight. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that high. I'm not that high off the floor. Some boots today. We'll be alright. Obviously, I'm still in my hoodie at the moment because I'm trying to wait for it to warm up. But it says it's waterproof. I've got a bit of gathering here. It's like it's coming in on me. I've got like loads of space all the way back up there. And my feet still aren't all the way up that end. So there's plenty of space in here. Plenty of space. We'll have to see how it holds out, won't we? Tara's enjoying herself. She's got headphones in, watching her YouTube stuff. Me, well, it feels weird having my feet up because they're usually warm, so now the blood's going down towards my butt. I need to push myself more up that way, I think. Also, just noticed it's got tape seams as well. All this, yeah, all the outer is all ripstop as well. Yeah, I'm going to try and get my head down and see. Well, the snow's started to come in, so I have to see what that does. It could be different. Babe, you right? Yeah, have you got room for one more? It's bloody, yeah, it's bloody bloody cold out here too. I don't know how they do it. Thank you, Dave, darling. I'll see you in a minute. I'm back home. There she is. So I woke you up. Yeah, do you know what? It's great, but it's just a bit cold. I'm gonna get my head down. I'll see you guys in the morning, and yeah, we'll talk through it proper. Morning.
Morning.
Yes. Well, that was an epic fail, but it's for good reason.
We've had a little discussion this morning. We think we know why.
Yes. Yeah. We think we know that. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the temperature wasn't being very kind for the experiment for a start. Poor Mod, he hasn't really got the right kind of equipment for hammock camping.
No.
So we had to ad-lib with it, didn't we?
Yeah. But we'll go into that in a minute. For this part, we'd like to say thank you to you guys. Leave them all over the screen. You guys are absolutely brilliant. It's really appreciated, especially on the colder mornings now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it is damn awesome. And
Something to warm the soul.
yeah, and the heart too.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your support.
Yeah, let's have a look at this hammock, shall we? Ooh, take that. Thinking you. Ooh. So let's have a look at the problem of this then. As you can see, we're all nice and wet. Let's have a look at the inside. If I don't get wet for trying to get in. Well, okay, so there's no drips. Yes, leaf matter from where I slept in it last night, but it's pretty good. There's no wet on my hands. Also, remember that plumb line I said about? Don't undo it. So babe, what do you think of it?
Well, for somebody that doesn't do hammocks, I've never done a hammock the whole time I've been living this way, but I won't lie, it does look quite cool, and I do love the fact that it's like an all-in-one thing. I mean, I know you was having a little bit of an issue setting up initially,
Yeah.
but it seems to be one of these setups that once you've got it sussed, it would be a whip up. And from unpacking it the other day and repacking it, I mean, it repacks really well. When I saw it in that little bag, I was like, there's no way you're getting that back in that little bag. And it was really easy to get it back in there. So I was quite impressed. I do like it. I mean, it's not something that I would stay in just because I'm not a hammock person. I would find that way of laying incredibly uncomfortable because I'm a, what would you call it, the fetal position type. And I don't see a hammock working very well with a fetal position personally. But yeah, I think maybe the letdown for you was probably the temperature and not having the right equipment.
Yeah, let's have a look at that, like what we mean by that, yeah.
Yeah, because I think this would make a brilliant addition to anyone's, any other season really, you know, but minus temperatures, I think you would need certain equipment to make it work.
Yeah. So what is the problem with this hammock? Nothing at all. It's absolutely brilliant. But because we're not hammock campers, we don't have one of those underquilt things and the blankets and stuff people use. But if you had all that equipment to be a hammock camper, yeah, I mean, it's comfy. I've got to clear out the crap from inside there. But it's comfy, it's spacious. You know, it's absolutely brilliant. And in the top bit here, this is what I said about the don't undo that line, honestly, because I got in, well, when I first put it up, I got in and I was like, oh, this was on the floor in there and everything else. I had to take it back down, tie it back on and put it up the way the instructions tell you to, because instructions are there for a reason. I call them distractions because I disengage with them, or distract, as in get rid of them. But Tara says, always read the instructions. Don't think you know everything because you're a man. And that's cool. You know, we do get, especially me,
Overly
over.
confident.
Yeah.
Overly confident, I would say.
So yeah, don't try and disassemble these things, because it's set up the way it's set up. It's cool. I mean, you've got like 3 pockets on this side. 1, 2, 3. On the flip side, another 1, 2, 3. That's quite cool. And then down in here, I'll just do it from this side rather than going around. You've got another bag, like a stuffed bag. You could probably stuff the hammock into it because it's built in. So you could probably have the tarp separate from the actual hammock bottom itself.
I mean, it does set up as a tent as well, doesn't it?
It does, but I don't want to take it apart.
No, but what I was thinking is I wonder if that would have fared you any better in the minus temperatures.
Well, the thing is, obviously you see that I bailed in the night. I went home. You know, I went home because that's and it's okay. It's okay to bail. If you need to go home because you're too cold, don't try and stick it out like us nomads.
Oh, people do say to us that we need a disclaimer, and some people
Yeah.
have said that, and we don't advocate for people do this.
No,
I mean,
like I've already said, haven't I?
yeah.
You know, we don't advocate for people sleeping like this or camping like this or living like this. But
That's why we've done a video about finding your own way. You
Yes,
know, I mean,
yeah.
people want to be outdoors. Sometimes people just want to be outdoors part time. They don't necessarily want to live outdoors, and we can appreciate that.
yeah, definitely. But that's why I bailed
He came home.
and went home.
I've got to be honest though, I was quite relieved because our tent is, well, it's a nice size 2-man tent on the inside,
Yeah.
and if you've been keeping up, one of the things that we do say is a good way to keep warm is to keep your tent as small as possible,
Yes,
because
yeah.
it's your body that's got to heat that interior. So with Mod gone, of course, the size of him compared to me and the dog, I mean, we really noticed the temperature difference. You know, the minute you got in, it straight away started warming up in there.
Yeah, but I mean, we've perfected our lifestyle for us.
Yeah.
You know, so throwing a hammock in the mix, it was like, whoa, what do we do there?
But it was a fun experiment.
It was fun. And Travel Bird, yeah, you know, you got it cool.
I mean,
It's
for
awesome.
people that like hammock camping, I'm going to give that a thumbs up. I mean, I'm sure that people can see for themselves, you know, it's a pretty good gig. It's
Yeah.
all in one. You can set it up as a tent, you can have it as a hammock, you know, it just as a tarp.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good and also the retail price for it, I think, is fairly reasonable.
I think for what it is,
Mm.
yeah, the retail price is absolutely brilliant. Have a look at the description. There's a link there. And yeah, these guys from a Kickstarter, and not a big brand either.
You got it right.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think, like we say, the letdown was the fact that we didn't have the right winter hammock equipment for you
No.
to really ride that one out.
No. I think if I had had one of those under blanket things and overquilt things and all the bells and whistles that, you know, hammock campers have, yeah, I think I would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it it sorted out with the snow and the rain. It sleet, rained, snowed all night.
Yeah, it was a bit weird snow, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, it's already starting to dry.
Cool.
So the lightweight material is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So here we go with that silly carabiner. So when you unclip it, it actually stops the rain and moisture coming down onto this and then coming down into the hammock. So it just protects all of that. Goes straight over, up onto there, and into there, protected.
Didn't you say to me before that seems to be a bit of a downfall when it comes to hammock camping?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
When you used to do it in the past,
Yeah.
you were saying that sometimes the tarp can run the water into the hammock.
Yep.
On the
My
ends.
feet or my head got wet, or
Yeah.
got dribbled down my back and everything else.
So I mean, that seems to have been something that was considered in that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's brilliant, and obviously you can see I raised it considerably. As Tara suggested, stick to the instructions. So yes, thanks Travel Bird. Awesome product, awesome hammock.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
for you viewers,
Go over and have a look.
yeah, go and have a look. And if you want to be in a chance to win this one, it's the same as the
Night vision goggles
Trustfire torch.
and the Trustfire torch too.
Yeah.
Have a look. And
Again though, I think it's 24 hours, isn't it?
yeah, we'll leave it 24 hours.
Yeah, it'll be a 24-hour cut-off for the applications for the competition.
Yep.
If you want to know how to access the email, if you watch the goggle review, then you will find that we talk you through how to find the email. You get a screen.
Yes, yeah, have a look at that. Basically talks you through it if you want to. If not, cool.
So, on the note of the goggles, congratulations to Billy, Harry, Sunny, and Frankie. They did win. It was such a difficult one. We had over 60 entries for that, and oh wow, we had such a good time reading through them. It was so fun. We had some great poems, some great stories. I'll tell you, our viewers, you have great
creative minds, I would say.
Great blurbing skills, shall we say.
Yeah.
We was very impressed. The reason why it came down to these guys is because we kind of thought, well, there's 4 winners here, isn't there, really? Because you have the father and his 3 sons, and they were saying that they would really love to be able to go out, well, as you can see from their blurb, to go out and have some fun with them. So we thought, well, there's nothing really better than that. We've all been kids once, and especially little boys. I mean, to get a gift like goggles, night vision goggles, I'm sure they're going to have a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
So don't be deterred if you didn't win this time, because we're giving away stuff all the time, as you can see with this hammock. And do feel free to keep applying. It doesn't matter if we see you popping up over and over again in the emails. Eventually you might win, right? Get the blurb right. And again, there's no reason and rhyme. Whether it makes us laugh, whether it just resonates with us in a story form, or whether
some of those emails even choked me up. So
yeah.
they do hit cause.
Yeah. But do enjoy, guys. I hope you have fun with them. We'll be sending them out to you ASAP.
So once again, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe. If you're a returning viewer, please subscribe.
Yeah.
Much more content. We're probably on the road for a couple of days, so
yeah, it'll be a little bit more of the life of esque, I guess, because we'll be getting snippets throughout the day, and then we'll be putting them together so that you guys have a proper run of how it went.
A proper adventure. The sad times, the good times, the bad times, the crap times, the awesome times, everything.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, and do share us around so we can reach a wider audience.
Yes, please.
And don't forget to give us a good thumbs up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And here's a thumbs up for you.
Happy hopping.
Happy hopping.